Hello everyone. So I was trying to do the Facebook Live video and my connection is garbage, so it keeps cutting out, so I apologize. But I am going to do a tutorial, so I'm just going to pre-record it now and then I'll post it so that you guys can see everything that's going on. So just to recap, like I was saying, I'm super passionate about eye primers because if you don't use it, it doesn't stay on, and it also doesn't create a solid layer and a smooth layer for the rest of your shadows to go on. And with the primer, you use it and you need to put your first layer on within 20 seconds. I know it sounds like a lot. I mean, if you go over 20 seconds, it's totally fine. But if not, when you go to start doing your blending colors, your skin's gonna stick almost, and you'll kind of create these lines in your shadow. It's happened to me before if you don't put on like a good coat on your eyelid of your first color. So the eye primer I used is from Younique. So far I love it. And it stays. I mean, the past couple times I've been doing my makeup, I use all the Younique products, and I'll do it at the crack of dawn in the morning when Marley is taking her nap, and I'll leave it on so Matt can see me not look like garbage when he comes home from work. And it's still on, still fresh. So this is the primer that I used, and then the color that I used is this one right here. It's called Timid. This is the new quad palette. This is actually my mom's. I ordered it for her, so I'm playing with it now because she's coming in about 3 weeks, and she's just basically redoing her whole makeup bag, so I got her all set up. So yeah, this color, I don't know if I just said it, is called Timid. So this is what you're going to put all over your whole entire lid, on your brow bone, everything. And also with the primer, make sure you put it under your eye too. I know I forget to do that sometimes. It's not like the end of the world if you forget, but it of course will help all the makeup stay on better. So next color we're going to use is this one right here. It's called Antsy. And the whole thing with this is you don't want to make it more complex than it really needs to be. That's why I like to set it up in a palette. You have your all over color, your first crease color, your second crease color, which you're going to bring down more into the corner of your eyes, a lid color, and then I didn't actually put a dark color in for my mom because she's not going to use it, but of course I will because I love a smoky eye any day of the week, is this color. So super, super simple. Again, don't complicate it. Once you get the hang of it, you'll be good. So like I said, the first color we're going to use is Antsy, this one right here. And we're using our new blending brush. And I'm super, super picky about blending brushes because you obviously can't blend well and have a seamless, transition with all the colors unless you have a good brush. A good brush is imperative to like doing your makeup well. And these colors are also super pigmented, which is awesome, so you're not having to dig and do crazy things. So just get some of the colors. Sorry, I have a power bar in my mouth that's stuck, so if I'm doing weird mouth things, that's why. So I do the first color. Always tap off the extra stuff. It's just unnecessary to have on there. You're going to end up making a whole entire mess. I'm going to use this mirror because the camera's not great. You're going to take this color and basically just go back and forth on that crease. Super simple, and this is what I was saying with a good blending brush, is it wasn't doing anything crazy. That wasn't anything that, only professional can do. Like, super, super easy. You're not seeing crazy streak lines on my eyes. It's already blended, so like I said, super imperative to have a really, really good crease brush, or I'm sorry, a blending brush. So this is also going to make the line from your crease to your brow bone not super crisp and super harsh. I mean, you can do that. I don't personally think that's a really great look. But of course, to each its own. This is just the tutorial from the look I did yesterday. So I did that on one side. We're going to go back again, tap off the extra stuff, going through that crease back and forth. And I always like to do my makeup in front of a window. I know some people like to do it in the bathroom, but you get that crappy light, and then the second you go outside, you look insane. I remember when I used to work back in Orlando, we would do early weddings, and of course it's dark outside. So you do your makeup in the bathroom, getting it all done, do the concealer, everything, and then everything looks great. And by the end of the day, I'd look at myself in the car mirror and it'd be like, oh my god, I looked like this all day, and it would just be a totally different color than my chest. So always, always, always do your makeup in front of a window, which is also why I'm kind of limited to where I am in the house to get the best service, because there's better service over here, but it's not as good window light. So I'm doing it in front of the house, in front of this window, so I can get you guys the best lighting. Alright, so that's that crease so far, and that was, like I said, in Antsy. So the next color we're going to use is this color. It's called Gingerly, and it's one of my favorite colors for brown eyes. I'm super bitter about having brown eyes because my sister has blue eyes or green eyes, and both of her parents have brown eyes, so I feel like I got gypped and she got the pretty blue eyes. So I'm always looking for ways to make brown eyes look interesting. And so that color I like. It's like I said, like a camel color, and other colors that bring out your eyes, which I'll do tomorrow, are plums, because it brings out the yellow, which there's no yellow in my eye. It's just brown. It's just solid brown. But it does bring out the brown. So we'll go over all that color stuff at another time. So next color I'm going to use is Gingerly. Same thing again. Get some color on it. Not too much, about this much. Tap it off so you don't have anything extra. And again, so this time you're going to go a little bit lower than what you did on that first crease. And you're going to start to bring it down into this corner here. So you're going to go back and forth, and when you get into the corner, you're going to do little circles. That's the best way I can explain it. That's going to start blending that in to the outside corner of your eyelid. So we're going in here. You're not going to bring it as far into the center. Probably about halfway here, and like I said, blend it out here and then start to bring it down on your eyelid here, and we're just gonna blend it out. Always, once you're done with everything, just blend it one more time so you don't look crazy. And if you blend as you go, you're not gonna end up with a crazy mess at the end that you're gonna have to, now all of a sudden you have these harsh lines everywhere and you're trying to blend everything. So if you just blend after each color you do, you won't have an issue. So here we go. Like I said, this is Gingerly. So I know I said don't go as high as this lid, or as high as the first crease color, but there's no more color left on my thing. I already put it on my brush, I already put it lower in my crease and on the lid. So now I'm just blending everything again. Like I said, this is a perfect blending brush. Makes it super easy for anyone. And again, tap off the excess. We're going to go a little lower into that crease, a little into the center, and in that corner. Let me put the thing up so I can see what I'm doing here. And I don't know if you see or notice, I don't know how it would be hard to see, but I don't have any face makeup on. And that is because I always do my eyes before my face makeup, especially if I'm doing a smoky eye. And I don't understand how some people do it, and maybe they're just more capable than I am, but I can't imagine doing my whole entire face, making it perfect, and then I go to do my eyes and you have fallout eyeshadow underneath your eye, and then you just ruin your face makeup that you just did. So if you do the eyes first, you can always clean up after and have super fresh underneath your eyes so you don't end up with big dark circles under your eyes. So that is why I always do my eyes first. So like I said, there's no more color left on my brush right now, so I'm just blending. Just blending. I need to bring it a little higher. Oh boy. Marley's awake. And you never want to bring, I mean, if you're doing a super smoky eye, you can bring the black or any dark color all the way over on your lid. But I would never bring a crease color super dark that's as dark as the outside all the way to the inside of your eye. It's just going to look crazy. And it just looks not as professional. I'm going to have some other colors coming in soon that are a little bit darker, so I'm excited to do a super smoky eye look, and we'll go over all that at that point. Alright, one of the last colors on the lid is the darkest color that you have. So this is Marvelous. Like I said, super pigmented, so you don't want to use a lot of it. So the brush I have right here is the crease brush from Younique. So we are going to, again, not a lot, like really not a lot, and you always want to tap off that extra. This you're not going to bring in your crease. This you're strictly going to put on your lid, start at your lash line, and you're basically just patting it, and you're going to bring it up slowly. You're going to make some circly motions, just trying to blend that in. And the reason I like their crease brush is it's a little bit harder. I personally don't like to use the crease brush on the crease because then you're having to do more work blending. If you can do all the crease with the blending brush, you're going to be golden. You're not going to have to, what's it called? Blend more and do more work. You know what I'm saying? So you can start to see it's a little bit darker in that corner. Again, a little bit more. You can always build. And again, starting at that lash line, because that's where you want it the darkest, is where you're going to put that eyeliner. And then you're going to gradually bring it up. Bringing it up here. Or bringing it up. Bringing it up. And then, of course, what's it called? You can go even darker if you were, you know, had like a night look. I mean, this is a night look for some people, but like I said, I could wear a smoky eye any day of the week, I feel like, because I love a good smoky eye. There's really no in between for me. It's either I look like a bum and garbage and my face is a mess, or I'm like totally done up. I don't really have a natural look, which doesn't mean I don't know how to do a natural look. I just, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So if you were gonna, like me, if I were gonna go out somewhere, you know, go out to eat, I would even bring a black, or yeah, a black, even more into this corner and darken this corner up. So we're just going to do the other side again. Pat at your line, and you're going to slowly bring it up to the crease. And any of these steps can actually be turned into a day look, because you don't have to bring this last dark color and you do the first two colors and put a shimmer on your lid and you're golden. You don't have to do anything else. You don't even have to throw eyeliner on, just throw some mascara on, or even stop at the first step. Just do one color on your lid, or I'm sorry, on your crease, and stop there. Super simple. But you're gonna want to use that blending brush, because on that crease, it's seriously gonna make your life so much easier. And then we're gonna take the blending brush again, nothing on it at all, and just blend it out so that you're not having any of those harsh lines. There we go. Blending it out. And you're gonna bring it just back and forth through your lid, through your crease, I mean. I want to bring that dark up a little bit higher. And I'm going to actually take this again. And I'm going to go back with my, one of my crease colors. And blend that crease out right there. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then take the first crease color one more time. And this is just blending everything together. Super, super picky. Make sure everything's blended. Like I was saying, I used to, back in Orlando, when we lived in Orlando, I used to do wedding hair and makeup. And that's actually the reason why I wanted to get back into makeup and joined Younique, was because I miss doing it, but being a stay-at-home mom, it wasn't really in the cards to go back to work yet. And it's really been a blessing that I haven't had to go back to work, and Matt's been able to take care of us. But I missed doing hair and makeup and sharing my passion for hair and makeup. So what I was trying to get at is you learn a lot, and a lot of the wedding business, when you do the makeup, it's in regards to cameras and flashing, and so some of the stuff can be followed. You can break some of the rules, but one of my main rules is shimmer. Shimmer should never, ever go on your crease, ever. Shimmer belongs on your eyelid or underneath your eye. If you're going to be doing pictures where there's a big flash, you want to keep the shimmer to a minimum, because it's a reflector. It's literally going to reflect off your face. So any kind of, highlighter on your cheek, on your lid, again, anything. If you're going to be doing lots of pictures, like for a photo shoot, you want to keep the shimmer to a minimum. Now, if you're just going out in the town, do your whole eyelid in shimmer, but don't put it on your crease. It's a lot. Same thing actually on your brow bone. I know a lot of people like to highlight their brow bone, and you absolutely can, but don't highlight it with a shimmer, because again, you take a picture, your brow bone is literally going to be the only thing that pops in the picture. And we don't want that to happen. We want everything to just blend and pop where it needs to pop. So anyways, that brings me to the last color we're going to use is this. This is Astute. It's like a champagne-y color. And we're just going to bring it in here. Not a lot. And you're going to go from the corner here. I like to pat it on. Again, don't go over anywhere besides the lid. And you're just going to pat this shimmer on here. And I like to only keep it in the center here. In the corner. And inside corner to the center. Don't bring it over to the edge. I mean, of course, you can. You can do whatever you want. But again, I like to keep the shimmer tasteful and to a minimum. So then I'm just going to take this blending brush and kind of blend this with that outer edge there. There we go. And it just pops that inside corner. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. And I really wish we were doing this live right now. I'm really sorry, guys, because I could take questions and such and just talk to people. The only person I talk to is Marley and the dogs. And then Matt when he gets home. So it's nice to have a little bit of social interaction. And again, blend this here. There we go. Okay. Oh goodness. Marley's getting upset. I was hoping that wasn't going to happen. Let me just make sure everything's in check before I move on. Okay, perfect. So from here, Let me actually just make sure Marley's okay, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're going to keep going here. I have her in the bouncer. She just, I guess, needed a little change of scenery. So sorry if you hear the little rattles going back and forth. So the next thing we're going to do is under the eye. Like I said, I always like to enhance the brown eyes, and I find that putting that camel color, which is gingerly, this one right here, underneath the eye brings it out. So we're going to start with that. Go right underneath. Just kind of line that lower lid there. Nothing crazy. And I'm bringing this one all the way over because it's not that dark of a color. Now I am going to bring Marvelous, which is that darker brown color. I'm going to do that more so on the edge to bring a little bit of smokiness to the outside. But this gingerly I'm going to bring all the way across here. Okay. And again, this is why I like to do my eyes first, because I just make a mess underneath my eyes. It's not even worth it to try and do it otherwise. So, next color we're going to use is that Marvelous color, which is the dark color. We're going to go right close to your lash line. I wouldn't even, honestly, like brush it. Do more so just patting, because this color is super pigmented. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to brush it, because then again, it's just gonna get crazy. So yeah, you're just literally patting underneath the eye, right at the lash line. But again, I'm not bringing it all the way in, because it's gonna close your whole entire eye. I remember that used to obviously be a thing back in the day, to line your eyelids with the black. And now I know some people even line their eyelids with white, which is the total opposite. And in person, it looks a little bit crazy. In pictures, it could be, you know, make your eyes look bigger, but you can see the white eyeliner, because obviously your lower waterline is not white. So I just like to, you know, keep the dark on the outside, and that's going to brighten up your eyes, period. So again, we're going to do it to the other side. We're not brushing, we're just going to kind of pat it in there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there we go. Nothing crazy. And it looks really intense right now because I don't have top eyeliner on. When the top eyeliner goes on, it'll be fine. And it'll make sense. So the next color we're going to use, what I like to do is use this Astute color again. And that's just going to go how I lined the gingerly all the way across the bottom, and then I did Marvelous on the outside. I'm just going to take the Astute and bring it on the inside, which, like I said, I mean, some places shimmer is good and some it's not. I personally like to do this on the inside with the shimmer. I think it looks pretty. Let me get my mirror up here. We're just going to bring it in here. And bringing it on the other side. There we go. So this, doing it on the computer, I was trying to do the live on my phone, which was much better lighting, but doing it on the computer, it's not as good. So that's basically it for the eyeshadow. So just a quick recap, what I did was I did the primer all over my eyes and under my eyes. After I did that, I went with this color Timid all over my whole entire lid. It can be just any color that's nude that matches your eyelid. That's the main part. You're just trying to create a smooth surface for the rest of your shadow to go on. The next color I did was Antsy, and I used the blending brush, and you're just going to go back and forth over your crease, and it's just going to create a little bit of dimension, a little bit of shadow. You can stop there if you want a more natural look, or you could keep going. The next color I used was Gingerly, here. You're going to bring it a little bit lower from the first crease that you did, and you're going to start to do the circles on the outer corner. After that, I did Marvelous right here, and you're going to take more of a firm brush, and you're not going to go really on your crease with this color. You're just going to stay in the corner of your eye. If it's not blended after you do that, just take your blending brush and go back over that crease again just to really blend those colors. And then after that, I used the Astute in the corner, the shimmer, brought it to about the center of my eye, and then I took the blending brush and just blended it all together. Underneath, I did gingerly all the way back and forth underneath my lid. I did Marvelous on that outer corner here, and then I did the Astute on the inside there. So the next thing I'm going to do is eyeliner, and I don't know if you guys have been following, but I'm pretty sure my mail woman stole my kit, my presenter's kit, so I still have not gotten it yet. It said it was out for delivery last Monday, and it never came, and there's just odd things that she's done that make me believe that she stole my kit, so I'm a little irritated with that. So the eyeliner I'm using right now is not Younique. I'm dying to try their eyeliner that will be coming in my kit. So I'm just using a random liquid liner that I'm just going to line the top of my lid. Sometimes I'll do a wing. With this look I didn't, just because I wanted to keep it, it is a little bit more dramatic, but I didn't think it needed a wing. So we just kept it simple. So we're just going to do the eyeliner real quick. I have to stop bouncing the chair for Marley so I could get a smooth line here. Let me tell you, this is multitasking here. So just did an eyeliner, and now you see that under eyeliner, the darker shadow underneath now makes sense. You can see the difference, obviously, between my eyes. And also the other thing that's coming in my kit, which I am dying for, is the mascara. I actually started using Younique products about 4 years ago when the company first started, and I'm so annoyed with myself that I didn't become a presenter sooner. Like, it's stupid that I didn't do it. And the main thing they were known for, of course, is for their fiber mascara, which I love, but they just came out with a new one, which is currently back ordered until September 1st. So if you want a shadow, or the mascara, definitely order it now, or if you want me to place the order for you, I can. But it's a one-step, so you're not having to do the 2 steps. And apparently it gives you the lush lashes that Younique is known for. So I'm super excited to try that out. Yeah. Okay, so all of my eye things are done. I personally like to wait to do my brows till after, because I find that all of the powders and things that I put on my face get on my brows, and then it's just powdery. And this is so not professional, but I usually use a makeup wipe, but since Marley is on the verge of crying, I cannot get up to get one right now. So we just want to make sure that all that color is off from underneath your eyes. Okay, so the next thing I will be using is this face primer. It goes on super, super, super smooth and leaves your face super smooth. And right now, actually, where we are, is so dry. Like, it is insanely dry. We had to put a humidifier in our room because, like, we were getting crusty boogers in our nose. I know that's probably too much information for some people, but it was insane. Like, bloody noses, like the whole 9. So, this primer actually is relatively moisturizing as well. I had to put on moisturizer under my face anyways. Constantly live in moisturizer, because if not, my face is a flaky mess. So I just put the primer on here, all around. So the primer is on. Next thing we are going to do is foundation. I got their awesome foundation brush, which I'm obsessed with, and their foundation is absolutely insane. Like, it is nuts how well it works. And it comes in this little dropper tube, so I just put 3 drops. I can usually use about 5 or 6 drops for my whole entire face, and really it just depends on how much coverage you want. Right now my face is super red, so I like the full coverage. So I'll do one side and then do the other side. So we're just gonna bring it. Oh, good, and all blend it in here. And I know some people do concealer first, but a lot of the stuff you use concealer for, you know, to cover up, covers up with the foundation. So you don't need as much concealer if you can cover the majority of it with foundation. And I actually, the only place I use my concealer is under my eyes, just because my complexion right now is hurting. So I don't know if you hear Marley in the background. It's hurting for certain right now with all the change in hormones from being pregnant and now not being pregnant. So I think putting more things on to cover your blemishes just look worse. I mean, you can tell. So you guys can see how well this covers. I mean, it's insane. So this is obviously none, and this is foundation on that side. So I'm going to put 3 more drops on. I really apologize that if the rattling of the bouncer is annoying. I'm just trying to keep her happy, and she's obviously not having it right now. I was trying to get her to go down for a nap. Okay. So we're just doing the other side. My nose has been getting so red lately. We're just gonna take this. I personally, and I know I look super, super pale, and this lighting is so not helping right now. I gotta figure it out so that you guys can see better what I'm doing. Is it because of the brightness? I don't know. But I always say to you, you know, if you're not sure of your foundation color, always go with the lighter color, because you can always darken yourself with bronzer. I mean, you can't make yourself lighter, really. I mean, with it looking natural. Okay, from here, we're going to use concealer. You don't need a lot. I'm just putting 2 little dots on my hand here. One is for each side. We're just going to go wherever you need it. Like I said, I like to just keep mine under my eyes with the lack of sleep I've been getting. We all know I need it. And then, speaking of sleep, actually, for the past 4 nights, Marley was sleeping in like 7-hour stretches. And I was feeling like super good. Like I was feeling like we were making progress in her sleeping habits. And then out of nowhere last night, oh, there's a dog. That's Gemma. Was waking up every 2 hours. So that was super fun. not. Because like I said, I really thought we were getting somewhere, but I guess it was just a coincidence. So the next thing that I'm going to do, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I did it in the pictures. I would not do this on a daily basis. Some people do, but it's just a lot more work, is our contour kit. It's called the Sculpted Trio, and it has your dark color, your light color, and this is more of a highlight color. And when I originally tried it out, I was like, I don't know if I like this, because the darker color is actually more of like a cream, and I was just trying to use my fingers or use, you know, one of the sponge buds, and I was like not having it. Like I could not get it to blend how I wanted it to. And then I was like, well, let me just see if I get their contour brush, you know, see if it changes. And let me tell you, this thing right here has made the world of a difference. Like, it's insane. And it even, I don't know if you can see, it kind of has like a little dip in the center. So when you get under here, it just contours, for lack of a better word, to your face. So I'm just gonna take this right here, the dark color right here, and we're gonna bring it right here and then blend it. And I'm actually not a contour, like I said, every day is not my jam. I personally don't have the time to do it. But if you're doing pictures, it obviously looks fantastic in pictures. But in person, it's just a lot. I think contouring is a lot. But again, to each his own. So I don't know if you can see, just that little bit right there brought my cheekbone in. So we're just going to do that on the other side here. Gonna bring it under here. And then blend it here. Nothing crazy, because I am going to put bronzer on, so we're not doing this to darken my face. And then I also have a small forehead, but if, you know, I still like to go around, just darken the edges near my hairline. Here. And then, of course, the most important part that I think is we're going to take this on the jawline here, run it across, and then blend it down. And this is just gonna make your jawline, which mine is non-existent right now, just gonna give it some definition. Sorry, I don't know if you hear Marley, she's like in a halfway cry right now. Oh, we're getting full. We're getting a full cry. Take this and then always, 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 always bring it down here. Okay, so see, just brings out that one. I think she's hungry. So I'll be right back once again. Bye. Okay, so if this isn't real life, I don't know what is. Marley's hungry, so I'm feeding her. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is my bronzer. And this bronzer is fantastic. It's called Beachfront Bronzer, and it literally makes you look like you've been at the beach for a week. Again, everything is super pigmented, which is awesome because then you're not having to buy stuff like immediately after you get it, because the stuff is going to last. Like the product is going to last. So just going to use this. There's a couple circles here. And we're going to bronze it up. Here. Always bring it up into your hairline. And the other side is super awkward with. Can't really use my right hand because it'll make Marley not happy, and we don't want that to happen. So anyways, bronzer. Again, you're going to kind of mimic what you did with contour. Like I said, this bronzer is heaven. I'm going to bring it down here. And here. As this is what I was saying, like earlier I looked so pale, like crazy pale. I mean, you guys saw me. But with bronzer, I'm the color that I usually am. And then the blush, which is this blush, is even more pigmented, and the color is phenomenal. It's called Sweet. It's a little bit pink, a little bit coral, so it's perfect for all year round. I mean, if you want to get crazy and get a pink one and get a coral one for all the different seasons, by all means do it. But this, if you just want something that's going to work for the whole entire year, because this will literally last you forever, because you just do this and it has blush on the brush. Like, it's insane. We're just going to do this on the apples of our cheek. Just to bring a little bit more color, so you're not, a lot of times when you do like too much bronze things, bronze on your eyes, bronze on your lips, on your cheeks, like you end up looking dirty, like you went through like a dust storm. Obviously you don't want that to happen. So bringing a little bit of that color on your cheeks is always a nice thing. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is our eyebrows. And I have no eyebrows. They're super thin. And usually I was using the brow gel from Anastasia, and I loved it. So I was really nervous about using their liner, but the tip, because it's the roll one, the tip of it is super fine, so you can literally make brush strokes, and it looks natural. You could go as dramatic as you want or as natural as you want. So we're just gonna go and always brush up so you can see what you're doing here. Okay, a little more, and you're gonna go under the brow here. I like to go under the brow first because you're creating the shape that you want to fill in, if that makes sense. Sorry if you hear Marley guzzling. So there, you have the bottom of it. Then, like I said, it's super fine. You're going to just feather in the shadow. And I actually got their new, well, I guess it's not new, their eyebrow kit that has the different color shadows in it, and it's sitting right next to me, but I forgot my brush for it, and I can't get up because Marley's eating now. So we're just gonna stick with the pencil. I'll use the brush on tomorrow's look, and then just brush it through. Super simple. And we're gonna go through on the other side. Again, you're drawing the shape that you want, and then you're gonna fill it in. And fill it in here. And always remember, eyebrows are sisters. They are not twins. And I feel like as much as you try to make them look the same, they don't. I've noticed on my face, this is like my excited eye, and this is my not excited eye. So even when I'm like resting, this eye sits lower. So I used to try and, you know, kind of give this eyebrow a little bit more of a peak. Don't waste your time. Your face doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. It's totally fine. And basically just love yourself, love what your face looks like. And yeah, so like I was saying also, the mascara, their mascara is in the Presenter's Kit, which I haven't received yet. I actually just called them today and they are sending me a new one, which is awesome. That, you know, obviously it's not my fault, but, you know, the first thing that went through my head is, am I going to have to pay for another one? But no. So I'm just using random mascara to complete my look, and I always like to go over the top first and then bring those lashes up. If you don't go over the top, you're not able to get off or cover up the eyeshadow that you used, because you're gonna have fallout anyways. And then other side. And I can't wait for this mascara to get in because I feel like I have to do 17 layers with this to get any kind of coverage. Or not coverage, any kind of volume or length. And then we're gonna do the bottom. Holy smokes, Marley. You're really going to town. There. And there. And actually with this mascara, it's like, when I go to take it off, it doesn't even come off with like makeup remover. So I'm like literally pulling my eyelashes out and I feel like they're getting thinner. Which makes me also excited for, they have the new lash serum that makes your eyelashes grow and get thicker, and that also comes in the Presenter's Kit, so I'm super excited about getting that in. Yeah, because I need some help in that area. I'm really not a lip color person at all, like whatsoever. But if I were going for something more neutral, I really like their lip liner. This is in Pouty. If you're going to use a lip after it, which I will because that was what I did in the look yesterday, I'll just line the outside and kind of bring it in. But I've used this all over my whole entire lips, and the color is amazing. Like, it's seriously such a good color. Especially for someone that doesn't like lip color. It's literally the color of your lip. So we're just going to go through. Oh, bottom lip. Top lip. And I actually have a super dramatic Cupid's bow, like super dramatic. And I used to self-conscious about it. But then I got over it. And I embraced it. So this is just the outside, the lip liner. Just, again, kind of like we did with your eyebrows, so you know what you're filling in. This color, like I said in my post yesterday, is literally the color you never knew you needed. It's called Sentimental. It's the Splash Liquid lipstick. La 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 la. And I'm obsessed with it. Like, it is the most beautiful color. Like, it's like a mauve but pink at the same time. So again, perfect for fall, perfect for summer, perfect for spring. It's really just like an all-around color. So yeah, it comes on a wand. And I'm going to try and do this without getting all messed up because Marley's doing acrobatics on me right now, as you can hear. What? Here, relax. Oh my goodness gracious. We gotta readjust. I look like a crazy person. Oh boy, it is a mess. It is a mess down here, huh? Alright. Let's see if I can get the top done before she goes nuts. Boom. And the only kind of annoying thing about my super intense Cupid's bow is getting them even. Because if not, I just look like a crazy person. My mouth looks uneven. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, boy. You guys want to say hi to Marley? Come here. Oh, we are just covered in milk. Come here, little Bo. Here's Marley. Hi. Hi, Bo. So anyways, that's the look from yesterday. And here, let me take my hair out so I don't look like a crazy person. Thanks for watching, and I hope it was comical, to say the least. There we go. There we go. And hopefully we can get our Facebook Live figured out so that we can interact with people, right, Marley? Right, Marley? Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Say bye.